Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to load GLTF for 3D models using React 3 Fiber. So let's get started. So firstly I have created a project using Vite. You don't have to use Vite, you can use any React framework whatever you feel like. So it's up to you. I have created a React project using Vite, and if you see my package.json, I have installed few dependency. First is this React 3 Dray, second one is React 3 Fiber. You don't require this Leva dependencies. This React 3 performance is just for mapping performance. Again, this is not really needed. If you want, you can use it. And this 3 dependency, and given that I'm using TypeScript, I have also used this type/3. Next, if you see my entry point app.tsx, I have just created a canvas which I have imported it from React 3 Fiber. I have added shadows. I have also added this camera and I have set the position to it. Then I have created this experience React component. So here you can see I have created a custom React component called experience, and firstly I have imported orbit controls. Here is our loader from React 3 Fiber. Here is our performance, here is our GLTF loader. Now if you see my public folder, I have added few GLTF models, so you can find this online, use whatever you feel like. So here I have added this hamburger.glb file, and here I am passing the path to it. Okay, and here you just use GLTF loader. Here I am using this performance. This is for orbit controls, directional light and ambient light. This is our mesh, plain mesh. And to load our model, all you have to do is just use this primitive tag, pass model.scene to the object and scale it to whatever you feel like, and you should get an output like this. Obviously you will get a different 3D model whatever you are using. Yeah, that's it. Now I want to show you guys few other things, so I'll just copy this and I paste it. So the first code which I shown you was for normal GLTF or GLB model. This is for Draco model. So for that, again the same imports, but here I have also added this Draco loader import, and here you see again I'm using this Draco hamburger GLB model. I'm not using this hamburger.glb but hamburger-draco.glb. and here we initialize our Draco loader. I set the decoder path as well, and it is present inside node modules 3 examples gsm libs. You can just copy this path. This is inside 3js. Just copy this path, and here you can set the decoder Draco loader to it. And here again the same thing. Important part is this primitive. We just pass our scene and scale it. So yeah, this is the only difference for Draco loader. Rest everything you can copy paste it, and here you can see the output is more or less the same thing. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Next, let's have a look at the other. Okay, so for this, suppose if you have a heavy model, so if I quickly now, given that I am serving it on localhost, you are able to see the model pretty quickly. Suppose if it is an extremely large model, a user is on 2G or 3G mobile data, then this will take little bit of time. So in this case we can use React suspense. So if I quickly load this, here you can see I'm first displaying a normal mesh cube with 3js, and then once the model is loaded, then we actually display the actual model. You can do this with the help of suspense. So if you see over here, this is again the same imports which I have also imported suspense, and here you can see that I am taking suspense. Now we need to wrap our model inside a different component, given that we are using suspense. So don't write this loading of GLB inside this component itself. You will have to use a different component. So here you can use you can see I am using suspense. This is a fallback, basically like till the time model gets loaded, show this particular thing. That's why it was displaying that red color mesh thing. And this is our model. So if you see inside our model, I am using this GLTF loader. I'm passing this flight helmet which is located inside my public folder, and again the same thing, primitive object scene scale as well as position-y. So hopefully you are getting the point. Next, so I've already shown you the third one, right? Now the fourth one. So I'll copy this, I'll paste it over here. Now what exactly I have done different? Okay, this is very much the same which I am using. Okay, let me quickly check. Okay, yeah, Here one more thing which I want to tell you. Suppose here you can see I'm using this Draco model, right? Previously if you check, I had given that I wasn't using this use GLTF hook which is available inside React 3 Dray. I was using this use loader hook. That's why I have to pass all this stuff, nonsense stuff, right? Extra stuff. But if you use this use GLTF hook, irrespective of whether you use a normal GLTF, binary GLTF, or a Draco GLB binary, it doesn't require any extra code. So here you can see I'm directly using use GLTF, the suspense code, okay, rest everything remains the same. And if I just here you can see refresh, I'm able to see our Draco model as well. If I just comment out our Draco model and use this, I'm able to see that as well. So here you can see it is extremely small. You can just increase the scale. So this scale you can increase. I think make it 5 is too big. Yeah, 5 is fine. So yeah, you can change this to whatever you feel like. So I'll just move this back 0.5. So okay, hopefully you got the point. Third, fourth. Okay, next is this one, which I will copy and I'll paste. So here you can see that I'm preloading this model. So if I quickly show it to you, here you can see it is pretty quick. Again, I'm on localhost, that's why it is pretty quick. But you can preload a model using this use gltf.preload thing as well. You can reference it anywhere, make it global, and the same thing I'm using. Also, if you are showing the same model multiple times, you can use clone instead of using a primitive, because this would be much more efficient in terms of performance and memory. So you can use something like this. Okay, and here you can see I'm able to see 3 hamburgers. Okay, next is this. So I'll copy this, I'll paste it over here. So here now this way, if you want to cast shadow, receive a shadow to particular mesh of your GLTF, you can use something like this. Firstly, what you can do, go to this particular URL. Okay, so here you can see I have this shadow thing going on for my model as well. You can go to this particular URL. Okay, drag and drop your GLTF model. So I can go to my public folder of my project, I can drag and drop this, and it will give you all the code which you require. Okay, so don't copy my code, use this URL, because this code might change in the future. So just copy it. Very less chance of this code changing, but yeah, better to use this URL itself. Once you have that, here you can see again I'm using the same thing. I'll just remove this clone. Okay, and here you can see I'm preloading it, and here is our performance, orbit control, directional light, ambient light, our plane, and here I'm using suspense. This is the fallback for it, this is the model. Okay, and here you can see this entire thing I have just copied it from our URL. Even I don't understand it completely, but basically it is used for casting shadows, receiving shadows, all that stuff. So yeah, you can just play around with this value in case if you are able to understand it. Okay, and the last one, 7.tsx, how to play animations. Okay, so here I have this fox model. I'll go back to my app, I'll quickly refresh. Here you can see it is running for 2 seconds and then it is walking. So first we'll see how to check whether a model has an animations or not. So for that you can go to this particular website, drag and drop your model. So I will just take this fox model, and suppose if it is not a binary, if it is an folder, so if you inside GLTF there are multiple files, right? So you can drag and drop this entire folder. Ignore these errors, this is not really important. Go to animation. Here you can see it, this particular model has 3 animations: survey, walk, run. So we can use any one of these 3 animations. So what I have done inside my project is okay, you ignore this, we don't require this hamburger one now. Here is our performance, here is orbit control, this is directional light, this is ambient light, this is our plane mesh, this is the suspense. Here you can see this is the box geometry, and this is our model. Here you can use GLTF. Here I am passing our GLTF model, which is located inside my public folder, right? And here I am using animations, use animations hook, passing fox.animations as well as our scene. And inside use effect I can play this animations like this. So if I want run animation, again you can find this animation name from this particular thing, or you can just console log this animations as well, but I think that would be much more tedious. Then you will have to find all the animations. And here you can see I'm just using a primitive scale it, position it, rotation Y. Now if I just sorry, I'll go back to my actual app, and if I just refresh it, here you can see it will keep running. Now as I told you, there are three animations, right? Now I want to move it from run animation to walk animation, and I can do something like this. You don't have to use window.set timeout. What I'm basically doing, after 2 seconds change it to walk animation. You can do something like this. Sorry, I'll just comment this out. I'll just comment this one out. Okay, now here is the problem. You're running the play animation, then you're also playing the walk animation. You are not stopping this run animation, so it will result in very weird animation. Here you can see it is neither walking nor running. It is trying to do both, so this is extremely weird. Here you can see it is trying to run for 2 seconds, then it goes into this weird animation of running and walking. So to avoid this, you can check this. If it has run animation, then I mean, this is not to check whether the run animation is playing or not. Okay, this thing is an optional, that's why I've added this particular check. Then I know already that it is running, it has playing run animation. Maybe you can keep a certain variable just to check what animation it is running. And then I want to crossfade to walk animation. Here you pass whatever animation is running. Here you can pass the duration, and here I'm not sure what the third value is. It is warp. I really don't know what this means. Maybe you can check the documentation for it. Warp, I don't know. But here if I now click on save, here you can see it is running, and now it will start walking properly. So hopefully you got the point. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.